Hi, this is Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. Let's talk for a moment about a Medicare supplement plan that you probably don't know a whole lot about. Maybe you've never even heard of it before. It is a high deductible F plan, right, also called HDF, and it's simply the traditional F plan with a high deductible on the front end. In 2019, it's $2,300. Which means that you paid the first $2,300 before the plan pays anything. Now I'm gonna kind of go off on a tangent here. Having worked in the health insurance business for over 40 years, and most of my clients have had high deductible plans before. Used to be a high deductible plan was $100 a year, believe it or not. And then when we went to $250 and $300 a year, it's like, oh my God, I'll never have those kind of bills. So yeah, I'm ancient. I've been around this for a long time. But most of the people who are turning 65 today have either been on a group insurance plan with a $2,500, $3,500 deductible or more, double that if you've got a family. Or if you have an Obamacare plan, most of those are $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and again, double that if you have a family. Plus, they're paying a lot more for it. And it's kind of like the old cigarette commercial, a variation of, are you paying more and enjoying it less? Well, that's what they're doing with their health insurance plan. But let's talk for a moment about one of the critiques about high deductible plans, whether it is Medicare supplement or it is under 65 health insurance. One of the complaints, and I've heard this for years, but one of the complaints is the plan doesn't pay anything until I've paid, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever the number is. Until I've paid something, the plan doesn't pay anything, so it's just not worth having. And I just kind of roll my eyes and say, yeah, okay, well, let's look at it like this. When you go to the doctor, instead of paying $150 or $200 for a routine doctor visit, you're probably going to pay $50 or $60. And that's even before you have satisfied your deductible. You're going to pay about the same, maybe a little bit more, as you would if you had a copay. So the high deductible plans have some benefits. It's called repricing, where you're not paying full retail. And I've also heard people say, well, I'll just pay cash and I'll get a better deal. I doubt it. Actually, providers are prohibited if you're covered by a plan, a traditional health insurance plan, even if you're covered by Medicare, you're not really supposed to pay cash. And there's a lot of reasons to that. It's actually for your own protection. But even if you did pay cash, chances are there's a couple of things you're not going to know. One of them is, did I even owe this charge? Maybe this doctor's trying to rip me off and charge me for something that I didn't really need. And the other thing is, you don't know that the doctor is going to give you a fair price relative to what you would have paid had you simply had the claim filed with your carrier or with Medicare, because lo and behold, the discounts are phenomenal in a lot of cases. You may end up paying 30% of the bill charge, or maybe even less than that. So enough about the mechanics of the high deductible plan. The high deductible plan, again, a lot of people don't talk about it because there's no money in it to the agent. We're talking about $15 a month. Okay? As opposed to the plan that most agents, a lot of agents I should say, like to sell. It's the zero premium Medicare Advantage plan. What could be better than not paying a premium? They have no problem whatsoever with pushing a plan on you that doesn't have a premium. And they'll tell you about all the wonderful things. Well, in addition to not having a premium, you get dental insurance that you don't have to pay for. You've got vision insurance. You've got hearing tests. It'll wash your car. You know, you get. I mean, they'll make it to sound like the greatest thing in the world. And all of the exaggerations really don't, most of the time they don't even address the fact that these are network plans. About half of them in Georgia are HMO, the other half are PPO. If you have an HMO plan and you go to a provider that's out of network, unless it's an emergency situation, that claim is not going to be paid. You're going to come out of pocket for the whole thing. They probably didn't tell you that. But they will push these plans, and a lot of them, in addition to the networks and all of the other stuff, most of them in Georgia in 2019 have an out-of-pocket maximum of about $6,700. There's a few a little bit lower than that, some maybe around $5,500 or so, but most of those plans are $6,700 out of pocket. Okay, now let's look at this for a minute. And if you're interested in finding out more about Medicare Advantage plans and why they may not be for you, I've got several videos on my channel about Medicare Advantage. Just look at them. Some of them even compare Medicare Advantage to Medicare Supplement. So I'm not going to get into that anymore. But the high deductible F plan, again, it's not for everybody. It's one that I rarely bring up unless somebody says, well, I really can't afford this, I can't afford that. And I'm just looking for the least expensive plan out there. Well, high deductible fits that bill. As long as the $2,300 deductible doesn't scare you off. In Georgia in 2019, and you're age 65, don't use tobacco and all the other things, you're looking around $65 a month. $65, $70 a month, something like that. Some of them might be a few dollars less, some of them a few dollars more. But that's about what you're looking at, compared to about double that for a G plan. Now, the G plan does not have a deductible. People think it does, but the G plan does not have a deductible. It simply does not pay your Medicare Part B deductible, which in 2019 is $185. Compare and contrast that with the HDF, which, by the way, is going away at the end of this year. It will not be available. Congress decided to eliminate the F plan and, along with it, the companion HDF for new entrants only. If you have an F plan now, if you have a high deductible F plan now, you can keep it as long as you pay your premium. So I personally think that the high deductible F plan is a good buy. It's not, if it's a good fit. It's much better to have that than, again, in my opinion, a network plan, a network Medicare Advantage plan with all the moving parts. And Dr. Kildare is in network, Dr. Welby is not. Well, I've gone to Dr. Welby for years. You know, he's spanked me when I was born. Well, okay. But, the nice thing about the high deductible F plan, in addition to low premium, is your out-of-pocket expenses for health care, for medical care treatment, is capped in 2019 at $2,300, and there are no networks. Any doctor or hospital that takes Medicare will also take your high deductible F plan. So if you'd like to know more about it, ask me. This is Bob Vineyard with the Georgia Medicare Minute. You take care. Have a great day.